Hello, welcome to the Tales of Mountain Creek Ranch. I'm Terry Tucker, and it is a cold day here at Mountain Creek Ranch. And we are out here shooting a Tales to talk about the concept of diversity. Diversity, not for the sake of diversity, but diversity for the sake of success. Now you look right here and you look at this land with this snow on it, this grass. It doesn't look like much, right? It's not really a very cool picture to shoot, but yet there's a lot of really cool stuff happening underneath this snow and underneath this grass. What is that stuff that's happening? The most beautiful example of diversity. So this time of year, there's not a lot of mowing, there's not any haying, anything that's happening like that on the ranch. But it's still just equally as important, because what is happening is growth, nurturing, protecting, making sure that there will be a harvest. And that requires diversity of thought, that requires diversity of action. And that's what we're here studying today, is how does the ranch behave differently all the different seasons of the year so that it does achieve success. Well, we found a warm place to shoot today on this cold, snowy day at the ranch. We are in the children's playhouse at Goat Mountain at Mountain Creek Ranch. This is a place where kids come in and imagination rules. It's just one of the offerings that are here at Mountain Creek Ranch. And you think about all the stuff you could do here. You think about the trail rides in the spring to discover. You think about the upland bird hunting, the beef sales, the horse sales, the cattle driving, the longhorn cattle driving. Think about all the things that happen, including Kimberly's garden and the chicken house. You think, why does a ranch have to have all of that? It's diversity. It's diversity of opportunity. It's diversity of thought, diversity of experiences for all the different seasons of the year. Here's a perfect example of diversity. Why in the world would this be of interest right now? Well, I gotta tell you, it's not. It's too cold. It's too cold to fish. It's too cold to swim. You don't see anything standing around here drinking the water. But come summertime, this is going to be one of the hottest spots on the ranch. So it's important that during the winter we take care of it. We keep the aerators going. We feed the fish. We make sure that it's here for when we need it. So, you know, ranching is a lot more than just buying a piece of land and putting some cows on it. It really requires kind of a science to think about when to grow what, when to allow what to graze. So like those grasses we were showing, there are certain times of year that cattle should be on those grasses grazing, and other times of year where they need to move to a different pasture to try and help those grasses grow and nurture biodiversity. You also think about cattle and chickens. I mean, here's a perfect example of diversity. You've got cattle that attract things like flies and ticks, and you've got chickens who love to eat things like flies and ticks and fleas and bugs of all kinds. So it makes sense that that cow and that chicken can live congruently with one another on a ranch. So diversity. It's a topic that we hear about all the time in our world today. But diversity for diversity's sake, just to be diverse, that has no value. Diversity for the sake of success. Diversity for the sake of free thinking, of different thinking, of understanding, of being able to innovate and create and grow. Celebrating diversity is about celebrating success, celebrating knowing when is the right season for what. And that's what we're exploring. If you think your organization and your team could use a little more diversity, not for the sake of diversity, but for the sake of success, join me for this week's bit, and I'll see you on the other side of the mountain.
you.